Up, up, and away. So we thought we were down to just Timmy and Tyler.
Yeah.
Adam had a change in schedule. We have Uncle Dukes and Mother Dukes.
Oh, let's talk about this.
Yeah, they are they're crashing into each other at the Dave Matthews Band show at Mohegan Sun, and then they have a kid free night. So I believe the show was last night, and I think they're just
okay.
They're spending. He's going to shove some money.
Hangover night.
Shove some money into the wall and do his best impression of Uncle Chad. I'm actually gonna see Uncle Chad tomorrow.
Oh, look at that.
He's up in the woods. He's like, "What are you doing?" We're going to the woodshed, which is phenomenal. If you've never been,
what is the woodshed?
Well, so the woodshed, full backstory. The woodshed, please. The original woodshed had a fire and burnt, which is terrible.
Okay.
So it's called the new woodshed. Just a phenomenal restaurant.
Like, I thought it was something like they took you out back and beat you in the ass.
That'll probably happen afterwards. He's like, let's get saucy. I'm like, I've got school on Friday. So, got to navigate back home. He's like, stay over. But anyway, so, the new woodshed will be there.
What is he doing up in New Hampshire? He's some
probably, I don't know, checking on the property, I suppose.
Right. I forgot he had a place up there. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
never been to the woodshed.
We've got Rubba Shoes is on assignment. Where is he, Tyler?
Meeting for work.
Meeting for
Look
work.
At the can.
Mother Shoes.
Yeah, that is a full size can.
No, there's no way. This is got to be an optical illusion.
Water bottle for scale.
All right.
For scale.
Nice. All right. Well, I buy it now.
I feel like this cord is gonna rip my head off.
It just might. So anyway, welcome everybody.
Everyone saw the
jersey. You checking out the show, and of course you can go to atbshow.com for all the video content. If you're on Instagram, every morning, bated breath, waiting for Rubba Shoes to do his wrap up and rant. In the link in our Instagram is the link tree with all the other socials. So while you're on, share the content with friends if you're enjoying it. Comment on Rubba Shoes' diverse wardrobe of confusery. That's the word I'm using.
That's good.
For sure. So he and I talked about it quickly, and I know we talked about it a few weeks ago that we added the BC men's basketball season tickets to the Arsenal. He's like Notre Dame and UNC. He sent me the dates this morning. He's like, if you're looking for a third or a fourth, I'm like, I'll let you know. Janina's like, we're not sitting next to Rubba Shoes at a Notre Dame basketball game.
Hell no.
Yeah, no. But we do have we actually missed. We missed last night was opening night.
Right.
So we missed that game because I'm probably not going to make it to a whole bunch of school nights. We are going Friday. Huge matchup Friday. Holy Cross. So hopefully that goes okay.
You'll see the next Bob Cousy.
Yeah, we'll be 2-0. Yes, exactly. So let's get into it. Adam is here from beautiful downtown Connecticut. We've got Little Shoes in beautiful downtown Massachusetts. I think just covering our bases real quick, pun intended. Red Sox, really? JD said he's coming back on his player option.
Yeah, that's good news.
Other than that, I don't think there's too much to talk about. The scuttlebutt that people were saying that there was the mishmash between Chaim and Alex. I don't think that's quiet. Quiet.
There will be more to come.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The hot stove winter meetings are here. We'll see.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about the Red Sox, though, honestly, is I think now we have our hopes up that they're actually going to do some damage next year. It would not surprise me if they had a slide next year. I'm always the pessimistic one, and I hate that about myself. But I'm pessimistic about the team next year. I know they made it to the ALCS this year. I'm pessimistic that they're going to do any damage next year. I think the Yankees will have a bounce back year, and I think
so aggravating.
Tampa Bay will still be, at the top of the heap a little bit. So I think we're going to be middle pack next year.
I mean, I had no expectations this season, so I don't know what to think for next season.
Well, that's the problem is we had no expectations this season, and they exceeded expectations. I feel like the Celtics teams, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
I was going to say they're just the Celtics right now.
The Celtics exceeded expectations for like 3 years, got all of our hopes up, and we're like, oh, they're on the cusp of the finals, and then they just blew it, and they haven't been doing much of anything since the bubble. So, I mean, I know that's we're only a season removed from it, but still,
a lot longer ago.
Yeah, it does feel a lot longer ago. And I think the Red Sox got our hopes up, and I just think they're not. It's going to give the ownership an excuse not to make any moves in the offseason, and it's just going to be the same old, and they're going to be mediocre at best.
They're just going to be treading water like the Red Sox.
Yeah.
NFL news. It's nothing cool. It was.
Well, we start before.
We're waiting for Odell to get signed right when the show ends.
Yeah, before we hit the big red button, I feel like I'm running the nuclear football here. Before we hit the big red button, I said for sure OBJ is going to get dealt while we're cutting the show,
or as soon as you hit the stop button on the record.
Yes, as soon as we can't comment on it.
That's right.
It'll be hot stove in the morning for Rubba Shoes. Anyway, so just to put a bow on the Red Sox, I'm on the other side of that. I was excited going in, like at top of the season. I was excited about it. I know a lot of people were, I think there's two camps on whether you thought Cora should come back or not.
Yeah.
I was excited because I thought if everybody else is sort of getting a free pass after a year of punishment and being behind the woodshed, as it were, for him to come back in, I was excited about that. And I felt really optimistic about them. Then I went full pessimistic at it's almost like I have to be I am the playoff contrarian. That's my role. Right.
Right.
We're always going to lose. And we got to will it forward. So, I agree with you, Adam, which kills me. Because not agreeing with you. I agree with you. I feel like we should have momentum going into next year, and I feel like that might not be the case.
Yeah.
I feel like
although when we suck before the break, we're always better after the All-Star break. And that was my concern this year. We were en fuego going into the All-Star break, and then we did nothing, which was sort of okay.
Yeah.
But we could have used a pitcher.
I mean,
who knows?
This year felt like a year where we should have won the World Series because, like, in recent history, we absolutely god awful suck, and then the next year we win the World Series.
Yep.
It's happened like twice in the last decade, so it's like, when our
From
expectations are the lowest, we do the best. So,
and this is why people hate Boston fans, because we're like, well, we'll suck one year and then we'll win the World Series. It'll be great, and then the next year we'll suck, but it's okay because we'll win the World Series the next year. It's like ridiculous.
Good news, we were bad last year. That means next year, plan for the parade, kids.
We're definitely winning next year.
Yeah, dress warm.
Yeah, right.
Well, Janina pointed it out, and it's not like she didn't make up this stat. It's just an obvious stat. Historically, if Alabama doesn't win the national title, the Patriots. Well, I mean, in the ways of luck, I should say. It doesn't always correlate, but if Alabama doesn't win the national title, if they win the national title, the Patriots are screwed. If they don't win the national title, the Patriots are historically in a better place.
Is that going to be our transition to the Patriots?
We could do that.
We want to go Celtics.
We could say Ben Simmons and all the infighting of the
for the love of God. Can we not even talk about Ben Simmons, for God's sakes?
Would you rather talk about Odell?
Patriots. We're on to the Patriots.
On to the Patriots.
We're on to Cleveland.
On to Cleveland.
Which I think honestly, I know it's not a reason for him to make the entire move. I think it would be pretty awesome and we're running out of time now, if he did get his ass here and did get suited up to go out for just one play, run one slant against the Browns. Like, why do you not want to do that? And I don't think he doesn't want to do that. I just think right now he's sitting back. He's letting all the people stack up. Saints are apparently on the list. Raiders are on the list now. Packers are on the list now. I feel like everyone's on the list.
The top three I saw were, I think, Saints, Packers, and Patriots. Maybe, I don't know. It depends who you ask. It could be three different teams. It's whatever.
Well, honestly, if Brady's still here, it's done. He's already.
Oh
here.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think he drags his feet.
I don't want to make this the show where we talk about Ben Simmons and Odell for 45 minutes, and then after a week, it's absolutely meaningless, and there's no reason for it. So
that's what this show is about. That's what we do. We talk about things that are a week from now going to be meaningless.
Episode 31 and done. Yes.
That's it.
Already named. See, the marketing department has the night off. Yeah.
5 minutes in.
But yeah, to quote myself, it was a good win this week.
To quote myself. All right. Well,
yeah, that's the classic line. That's what he offers to the Matrix. He just
are we closing the book on OBJ, or are we still talking about that? Or
would you want him?
No, I'd love to talk about it. I think I'm so excited about the possibility of him coming here. I know he's not coming here.
I also would like to make a quick defense for the Browns, because I don't think it's all like free Odell, but like,
you're the one that's going to defend the Browns. All right, let's hear it.
Baker Mayfield has been much better when Odell isn't on the team.
Okay.
So I want to make this point. OBJ has not been good for years.
He is not an elite level wide receiver.
He is not. He's not an elite level wide receiver.
He hasn't proven himself.
I promise you,
opportunities.
I will change my mind next week if he's on the Patriots. But at this point,
I will have an Odell jersey on next week.
I'm sure you will.
God, your dad's already got his OBJ. Your dad's got the order button.
Yes. I'll make the rant for my dad. He absolutely hates Odell and doesn't want him here.
All right, well,
because he's a diva. And then when Odell gets the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl this year, my dad will change his mind. But
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so AB came, Antonio Brown came that one year.
I wish he
for
stayed.
Like 30 seconds. I was totally against AB coming here. I know Brady loved him. I know Brady was all about it. He's like, it doesn't matter if he raped 1 million girls. We're coming, and we're gonna. Well, that was poor. Yeah. So, so Brady loved him. I hated him. I thought it was a terrible idea. I hate anybody that's gonna come with baggage. Now, we've had a handful of people over the years. Randy Moss came with baggage. Ocho Cinco, but Ocho Cinco didn't do anything for us.
Yeah, no.
What's the running back that came before Randy Moss?
Corey.
I don't know. I was like 3.
Screw you. I was 3.
No, Corey. I'm like,
Corey Dillon. Corey.
Yeah.
So, he was, damaged goods when he came here. I get all that, but I don't love it when damaged goods come here. I mean, AB came here for the Celtics. Kyrie Irving was a bit of damaged goods. He's a lot worse now. But he was damaged goods when he was with us. I don't like these guys coming here that are damaged goods. I would rather see us let's develop Jacoby Myers. Let's develop, even though
Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne, even though, N'Keal Harry isn't doing much of anything. It doesn't want to be here, but
N'Keal Harry.
Yeah. Let's develop these young guys. We're drafting them. Why are we going out in free agents? Hunter Henry has started to really pick up. Jonnu Smith is, not as advertised, but hopefully he starts to come around. Yeah. I think you've got a good chemistry right now on the team. They seem to be picking up steam. You bring a guy like that in that could be potentially toxic in the locker room. I think it's a bad move personally. So
I do have one thing that just came out from the NFL. It's not big, but it is Patriots related and it's stupid as hell. But Brian Burns, the dude with the whole Mac Jones ankle thing.
Yes.
He just wished all NFL defensive ends happy hunting when it comes to Mac Jones.
Wow.
All right.
So yeah,
I loved that. I hope Mac Jones hurts everyone. I thought it was hilarious. Do it more. Be a jerk. I don't care. Screw the Panthers.
Well, do you really think? Well, I thought you were about to tell us that he actually got fined.
Oh. No.
Because I don't think they've actually finished that.
I mean, his defense to it was pretty. I mean,
if you're on the ground and you think the guy has the ball, you're allowed to tackle him.
Correct. And he also praised Brian Burns. So,
and if you think Mac Jones, and he's a big guy, I wouldn't pick a fight with him because he's taller than me and he's taller than me. I would pick a professional
football player.
Yeah, he's also not Cam Newton. He's not like this brick shit house, like of muscles. He's Brady in his freshman year of football.
He's Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah, he's Mac Jones. God bless him. So I really don't think that it was he was trying to be
malicious
by grabbing his leg. I think he was just. And like Coach said it, when he got interviewed this week, he's like, he thought he had the ball.
Right.
Now,
even if he did, it's not that big of a deal.
Without fail, they will absolutely probably fine him. And I love that. I want that. I want that anger in the locker room. I want that stupidity in the NFL because I feel like with Roger Goodell Beckham Jr., stupidity.com, running the show, we probably will get fined because us, right?
Right. So, 100%.
I'm fine with that. I think it's ridiculous. I remember watching the play and thinking when the play was happening, like it did seem weird that he was grabbing his leg because you just don't normally remember in the moment identifying like, oh wow, he's grabbing his leg. That's different. At the same time, he didn't I never felt like, wow, that was like Ndamukong Suh level.
They acted like he put him in a heel hook. Like he grabbed his ankle and threw him down. Like he didn't.
Like he hit him with a blow dart.
I've seen someone step on someone's head with their cleat when their helmet was off, and
Yes. Yeah.
there's been much worse.
Yeah. That was.
So you think he's gonna get fined? I'd be shocked if he
Oh,
gets fined.
4,000%.
Really?
Why wouldn't they?
Well, yeah.
Why
I mean,
wouldn't they?
no, you're not wrong. I mean, I know, but Goodell hates us. But
The Kansas City Chiefs will announce they signed Odell Beckham Jr. Story right after that. Patriots fined $1 trillion.
Yeah,
And
more than Aaron
Mac
Rodgers.
Jones,
5 draft
Mac Jones
picks.
serving a 4-year sentence. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
feel
probably right. You're probably right.
Should we finish up on the Odell talk before we really cinch into this game here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or
All right.
because am I supposed to make my defense about it right now? Right.
You can go ahead. Yeah, I love.
There's
this.
no rules. There's no
I
rules
just
on this
think-
show. No
yeah.
rules whatsoever.
This shows either can go like 25 minutes or 25 hours. It's just
He's picking on last week's episode where Rubber Shoes
Yeah.
and I went over overtime. Yeah,
Oh well, I mean,
longest
hey,
episode ever. Yes.
lot to talk about between the two.
no,
of
like
you. I know.
I think
Was it
Odell.
really?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think Odell would work best on a team like us because being the diva that he is, he works the best on a team where there aren't that many good weapons and can be the number one guy and he gets the ball all the time. Is that necessarily good for the Odell of 2021? I mean, we'll see.
So do
depending on where
you
it
want a
goes.
guy like that though? I don't. I don't want a guy like that.
I mean, I don't
You're
think
not going
it's
to win
the-
a championship with Odell Beckham Jr. as your number one receiver and nobody else around him. It's just not going to happen.
Do you think we're that good right now that we would be risking the perfection
like
that we are?
I
say
Or
think-
do you
just
think?
screw
I
it.
mean, because this is where my head goes, Adam. It is
Yeah.
right now. It is what if? What if he comes in?
Yeah.
And he's better than we could have ever imagined. Not he's
Sure.
better, but like it doesn't ruin the chemistry. What
it's
if
not like we're gonna
what if he
spend a bunch
creates
of
that
money
one
on him.
more person who allows Jacoby? God bless Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, hasn't scored a touchdown
4,000 receptions, no touchdowns.
yet.
What if that poor bastard finally gets into the end zone?
Yeah.
Right. If he frees up one more thing, we don't have that killer hot route. We don't have that one. We don't have the one last week that Gilly was obviously going to cover.
Right.
I don't even I'm watching the game. I feel like Gilmore slid around a little bit. I love that he made the pick. Good for him.
Yeah.
I also love that
No,
JC
screw him
Jackson-
too.
I love that
Sorry. I'm
JC
just,
Jackson took
going
one
on.
back to the house in the same
Thank
game.
you.
That was
Yes.
I like that because
Yes.
it's like, haha, your replacement's better.
that
Suck
was
it.
perfect. But yeah,
Right.
but we don't have that. We don't have the killer app at the receiving position right now.
Yes.
And does he come in and sort of walk over to Nikhil and be like, "What are you waiting for? You're 7'2".
Right.
Go catch something." I would love a little hot sauce in the wide receiver room right now. I wouldn't hate
Unfortunately,
it.
though, that's
So-
not who Odell is, though.
So here's why I'm concerned about it. Okay. I agree with you. We don't have the killer wide receiver right now. We don't have the guy that's the number one guy that every corner, every team's number one corner covers. We don't have that. My concern is that we have a very young offense, right? Incredibly young.
Yep.
And it can go one of two ways. You're right. It can go one way where Odell Beckham comes in and he is lights a fire under all of these guys, and he's the championship. Well, he's not even really championship pedigree. Let's be real. He comes in and he's the seasoned veteran that teaches them all the ways of the NFL.
Yeah.
Or it comes in and he's a diva and he teaches them that. And to
The
me,
other thing, too,
that will not hold up. I don't.
Although-
here's the thing, because when Randy came in and he was amazing,
yeah,
the speech they gave Randy was, "When you fart wrong, you're gone."
right, which is true.
And then
is
don't
what
then
happened.
don't forget it was Wes Welker came back from the knee injury.
Yeah.
Had his first game back, played out of his mind, and Randy stood up there talking about his contract.
Right,
And now his kids need headphones and shoes.
right,
And I do believe it was Tommy Curran, God bless him, if you go back to the microfiche, who said, "Are you actually having this conversation at the dais at the New England Patriots when one of your teammates came back and just played out of his mind coming off
Right.
an ACL injury?"
right.
So I think the same thing for Beckham.
All right.
Like, you're here,
hopefully.
you can be amazeballs, and if you decide to be an asshole yesterday, we'll get rid of you 2 weeks ago.
One,
Why would they they're not going to let him come in and be a cancer.
I have
just don't
one
think-
concern, though.
You're probably
I-
right. You're
that
probably
I
right.
am underturning. Like, I don't think he'd be that big of bad for like the wide receiver room, but there could be some damage that could be done to Mac Jones with that. Because I think that's part of the reason why the Browns offense didn't really work that well with Odell is because he's not as good as he used to be. So he's getting covered better and not getting as open. But in that quarterback's mind, it's like, oh shit, we have Odell on the team. I have to like throw the ball to him at least 8 times or he's going to be pissed. And they kind of force it, and that's an incomplete or an interception. And I feel like he could possibly get into Mac Jones' head a bit and possibly cause mistakes.
I
think
the only reason, go ahead.
I think you talked me into it. I think
And the only reason
I would rather just have Odell.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
The only reason I will disagree with Little Shoes on this is Mac Jones just came from an offense with Najee Harris,
right,
Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Like all of the players that he just came from a team that was better than the Patriots last year.
right.
He can handle some bravado.
Yeah.
Like if somebody wants to come in with big swinging, like he's going to be, I think he's going to be okay. I'm willing to take a flyer right now because I don't think we're like, oh my God, we'll ruin the perfection of the locker room. I think him coming in, if he gives us a little bit of a distraction that one more person is open, because I think Mac's proven that he can sling the ball. And
I
he's
feel like
making good decisions, and he's starting to check down on his receivers. He's not just going to the
Right.
1 or 2 route. He's checking through his progression. I think I got it. And I know, and I'm saying this now, Adam, don't worry about it. He's not happening.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 4-team deal where my mother ends up at linebacker for like the New Orleans Saints. And yeah, like some madness is going to take place and we will not be even involved in the conversation.
Well,
I feel like for one night, Danny Ainge is going to be the GM of the Patriots and we were this close. We were this close. It's so aggravating. Like, I know it's not going to happen. That's why I'm so excited about talking about it. Cause it's magic world.
Well,
It's
it's interesting that you say that because it just came across the wire that he went to the Vikings. So no, just kidding.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
20
I
minutes.
want
want
to play with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He's on the
Kirk Cousins, money.
That's my
Money.
guy.
Yeah. Let me blow
Give me
that
my
horn.
headphones.
It's like Lord of the Flies with a conch shell.
Yeah. So,
Oh my God. There's your
anyways,
literary reference for the night. You're welcome.
Sam
Thank you.
Darnold is a really bad quarterback.
Well, Sam Darnold, I think we've ended his career, haven't we?
Dude,
but-
I left the room a couple of times and I came back into the stat on the TV said, we've only played them twice. The stat on the TV said we picked him off 9 times.
9
Yeah.
times.
We
Yup.
picked him off 6 times
Also-
last year.
Yes.
So
Don't
When
you
he's
remember
on
the
Seeing
game where he's
Ghosts?
seeing ghosts? Yeah, exactly.
he's still
9
seeing him.
times.
I know.
It's insane.
And we're
It's
gonna
amazing.
Zach Wilson's gonna be next on our list because we've already
Oh.
got 4 against him.
Yeah,
So
we've
next
damn near
time he comes back and we play
killed
the
him
Jets.
already. His
Yeah.
career's already over.
And
Yeah,
I
5
felt
weeks
like
in.
as you were watching the draft, and I had no issue with the fact, like I felt like your heart was breaking for Mac Jones. And
Yeah.
he's sitting there and you're like, oh, he's going to fall to us. Why would coach not take him? And of course we took him. And you're thinking like Justin Fields was so hyped, right?
Right.
All these kids were so hyped. And I honestly, like, if you asked me before the draft started that week, I think I might have even said on our show, like I wanted Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Good
he's turning
God.
out to not. Well, I think maybe BYU's not ready for NYC. I mean,
No.
just honestly,
Let me
You know?
ask you this. Let me ask you this question. If Mac Jones had been drafted by another team, played Bill Belichick's defense, does he get picked 3 or 4 times against the Bill Belichick
I don't
defense?
think so.
No? Because Bill
He's getting
Belichick
picked
loves
off.
to make a rookie quarterback look silly.
which I love that you said that because I've
Like, I
always
feel like
felt
if Mac Jones was on the 49ers, he'd be still
we don't
very
play
good.
the 49ers this year, so I don't
Well,
think.
in our hypothetical bubble.
yeah, got it. Okay.
which is also his room. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
I also want to make one joke quick before we move off
What
of
is
Sam
what?
Darnold.
By the way, what is the shoe du jour today? What is?
Yeah, why
There-
and when it was
there's-
specifically placed.
There's
I
like
don't
a
know.
pantheon of footwear.
They're just
And
they're
there's
just
a
new, and I
shoe
just
in
put them
front of the
there.
television,
They're kind of
which is giving me
Do I need to pull
agita
them
that
up?
you
I
have
don't know.
anything blocking the TV, which just drives me crazy.
Right.
What is
me
happening
too.
back there? What is that? That's a Jordan.
Yeah,
What is it?
Jordan 3. Yeah.
Jordan 3? Yeah.
Jordan 3.
Doesn't even have to look. He's like,
Yeah, I know.
So speaking of shoes, so my daughter just started playing basketball, and so she's in 4th grade, and I tried to. She's like, I want good basketball shoes, Dad. I don't want to play in
I got you with
crummy
that. I can
athletic
tell you.
shoes.
back
And-
up, pause,
yeah.
pause.
Yeah.
Dan. Who's playing hoop? They're not both playing hoop?
No, Molly is playing hoop.
Charlotte doesn't play.
Charlotte's swimming. She's a swimmer.
Yeah, pardon me. All right.
Yeah. The
The big flippers, the Michael Phelps flippers. All right.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, the assistant I'm coaching and the assistant coach and I were talking about sneakers. You literally cannot find sneakers for kids playing basketball for under $100.
You're welcome.
You can't find. I mean, it's ridiculous. I haven't spent $100 on sneakers for myself in ages, like literally ages, like maybe
spent 190 on those.
You want me to shut off his mic during the show?
Oh, okay. I'm fired again. This is
I can do that.
So we're doing this again.
We're doing this
can
again?
let him finish.
Yeah,
well, I'll
please,
let him finish the segment. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Please.
right. See you, Rubber Shoes. Have a good night. Yeah, Rubber Shoes said. Yeah, Rubber Shoes just called into the hotline and said you should be shut down. Yeah.
Also, I was horrified to find out that Crocs are $50 a pair. I'm like, what is happening?
It's a supply chain issue.
It's unbelievable.
They're all out on a boat. They're out on a boat.
It's just a tire that you put on your foot. What is the problem? $50 is insane. Oh my God. All right. I gotta let that go. But she got the Candace Parker shoes. The reason I thought about it was because she got the Candace Parker shoes, which are really nice. But the assistant coach's kid got the Freak 3s or whatever. Have you seen?
I got the ones.
Oh, okay.
The 3s are pretty rough. I don't like those at all.
Oh, all right. Well, shit on a fourth grader. Got it. All
right. judging junior women's basketball shoes.
Right.
Yep. It's a completely new segment. That'll be tomorrow.
I'll pull it up. It's
right after the wrap up and rant.
A fashion segment with little shoes. All right, got it. Jeez.
I mean, come on now. Wait.
We didn't even see any of that. No,
nope,
you're all glared out. That's whatever that is. That's horrible.
But she doesn't have the pink ones anyway. She has they're like
the model's bad. Yeah. But continue. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep bullying fourth graders.
I'm done ranting. I'm done
ranting. Hold it. While we're here, let's take a spin around the cul-de-sac.
Sure, do it.
So Charlotte is swimming.
Yes.
Can I ask, as a parent, my wallet is like, it's over there. It's already crying for you. Is it like ice time? Is pool time as bad as ice time?
Not as bad. Not as bad. And there's very little equipment too. You just need the swimsuit and the swim cap. You don't need, pads and sticks.
But like, I have to imagine pool time for the team. Does that weigh on the school system, the program, the parents, all above?
Yeah, the program is in the town next door.
Okay.
So it's not outrageously expensive. I actually thought it was reasonably inexpensive. They only have 5 meets. That's the only thing I don't like about it. So she practices a lot and only has 5 meets. But the program's not bad. I think it was like $650 for the 6 meets or the 5 meets and the 3 months of practice. So,
what made her come to you and be like, Mom, Dad, I'm jumping in the pool? Like what?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
She loves swimming at the beach. She's always loved swimming at the beach. So it's incredible. And honestly, it's the best thing that's ever happened. She gets so much exercise. She must do 70 or 80 laps in 1 hour. It's unbelievable. And these kids, she's obviously a lot younger, but you see some of
there with like a latte and a bear claw. Like, I don't know how these kids do it.
How the hell are these kids doing this? I told
her. Have you seen the prices on these Crocs?
I told her the first week, I go, I don't know how you do that. I'd do 1 lap and be dead. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't take it.
I take after my father. Sink like a stone. Yep.
So she loves it though. She loves it. And it's really good exercise for her. So
when the old woman drops the heart of the ocean off the back of the boat. Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
Gone. Haven't seen him since. Yeah. I'm like Rose Kennedy at the Cape. I sit under the tent, wrap myself in an Afghan. I don't move.
Are you serious?
Dude.
So you don't go swimming when you go to the Cape?
I've told you guys this story. We have a tailgate tent. The tailgate tent that we still have.
Okay.
God bless Little Shoes. Your father brought to a Patriots game 1,000 years ago when I had season tickets. And that's still going. And we set that up. I dropped the back like I'm an Arabian prince. Yeah. So it's like a tilted. Well, I bought something different now that we'll talk about when the summer hits. But yeah. Oh no, I sit under there. I sit and read my magazines, listen to EEI like an old man.
Oh my God.
Where the kids walking.
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Now, is Janina a swimmer? Does she go swimming in the ocean or?
No, but she doesn't come under the tent with. She's outside the tent. She's getting
she's
getting
the
golden brown going.
Part. Yeah.
And the boys just run the water, come sit in the tent for a little bit, pretend they love us, then they go do whatever they do. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
That's awesome.
That's
Oh my
interesting.
God.
Now I love that
Yeah.
she swims. That's super
Yeah, no,
different.
it's great. It's great.
So
It's
she's
awesome.
either going to be UConn swim or Yale swim. I'm voting for Yale.
Yeah, I'm voting for Yale too. But,
Yes.
You know, try not to
Amen.
push her. She's only in 4th grade. I'm trying not to push her.
I completely appreciate. We're doing the college tours right now. It's
I'm sure
horrifying.
you. Yeah, right.
It's
I'm sure.
horrifying. Yes. Yeah. Dear God, are we done with the Patriots and OBJ? I feel like
think
as soon as
so.
we
We're
start
still
talking
on the
about it, he's
Panthers
going to
game.
get
We gotta-
signed. So
Yeah.
I do want to bring up one thing that's funny is Sam Darnold's injury is an incomplete shoulder fracture.
an
Oh.
incomplete shoulder
Yeah,
fracture.
that's how they said it. It's another thing that's
Oh,
incomplete. Classic Sam Darnold.
one more.
Well, you sounds
incomplete-
like you've been working on that since Sunday night.
yeah.
No, it writes itself. Right?
Yeah, that's
So-
true. That's true. That's right. Oh my
Uh,
God.
Writes
But
itself.
no,
Let's
lot
talk about the writers we have on the show. Oh, we don't have any writers.
Yeah,
so that's
no.
okay.
Hang
I
on.
feel like I saw a lot of
Get them on the line. Get them on the line. That
Yeah.
was a good joke.
a lot on Monday morning with ESPN all of a sudden overblowing the Patriots as like a Super Bowl contender for some reason. Like we kicked the Panthers' ass, but like I didn't think our offense looked that. You know, we were fine. I just feel like we didn't really blow the roof off the place.
Well,
Well,
we're gonna
like,
take
yeah.
we're gonna take a real hit if Harris and
yeah, that
the other homeboy there doesn't come back because you know, that was our offense. I mean, Mac Jones can hit a few guys down the field, but outside of that,
yeah,
that,
he
that
came
was
to
our
a Hunter
offense.
Henry touchdown. You know,
Right.
Kendrick
Yeah.
Bourne gets a 50-yard catch, and it's
Yeah. Is it we're not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at this point. Let's be
No.
real.
Well, in context, yeah, it was it was the Panthers. So it
Right.
is what it is.
we've
And
only
but-
beaten one real team,
and I feel
and
like
I don't
they-
even know how good the Chargers are.
Yeah, I feel like the Pats started to pull away from them as the game, obviously, as
Yes.
the game progressed, which you could say at every game you pull away from the other team. But yeah, it wasn't this overwhelming dominance. And I think the press and ESPN and everybody on Monday is like, yep, let's build them up. So when they do trip and fall just a little bit,
Right.
we can burn them in effigy. And a couple of things. And this is no judgment against Andy Reid, but if the other Belichick son, who's not a coach,
Mm-hmm.
had an issue the way Andy Reid's son had an issue last year with the vehicular homicide, like it would be everywhere. And
Oh, absolutely.
I give the press credit that they've been so respectful of that story. But if it was Belichick's kid, it would be everywhere.
They barely talked about it during the
Yeah,
Super Bowl
barely.
last
I
night.
And when-
completely
and
forgot
when the
about that until just now.
And when the Chiefs lose, it's like they're on a bye week.
Right.
They don't talk about it.
That's right.
NFL will completely ignore like Mahomes' 18 interceptions, and they'll show like his one good pass from the game. Like they never show like him getting picked off or anything.
Well,
It's fine.
just to put a bow on the Patriots, I think here's the reason that people are high on them. This is the reason I'm high on them. I think, yes, we haven't had a ton of great
We're a
wins.
good team, though. I want to make
No,
that
we're a
clear.
good team, but we haven't had a ton of great wins. But we were inches away from beating the Dolphins, which is no, home run
Mhm.
by any stretch of the
Couple
imagination.
feet away from beating the Buccaneers.
Couple feet away from beating the Buccaneers
Mhm.
and took Dallas to overtime. So the Bucks and Dallas are two
What-
legitimate Super Bowl contenders, right?
What
I don't
happened to
think anybody
Dallas this week, though?
would
Good
argue with
God.
that. So I think that we've got a good progression here. Now, when we run into the buzzsaw that is the Bills, who also
Lost to the
stumbled
Jaguars.
this past week,
Yeah.
but
who knows?
but you never know. So I think we are definitely in the conversation. I'm
Yeah,
not
and
crowning
I
them
think
yet,
we
but we're
can
in the conversation.
Steal a game against the Buffalo Bills. If they keep playing how
hope
they
so.
the problem with them right now is that they're consistently relying on just running through Josh Allen. So if Josh Allen has a rough game, they don't do good.
Right. Well,
It's
that's a
all on
lot
him.
of teams, though. That's a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
but I
Well, we're
think
5
he's
and
been
4.
slipping a
So
little bit
according to me,
recently.
there's only 3 more wins.
Right. So you're set up really well, Tim, for a final finish here, a
To
photo
be wrong,
finish.
to be wrong again. It's what I
yes.
do.
Yeah.
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 It's the skill I bring to the table.
We're on to the
Yeah.
the
Right.
Browns.
So
Yes.
yeah, we're on to the Browns. And that honestly, that game could be a trap game. I think we're building up just enough confidence that people are like, oh, it's the Browns. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, it's pretty scary though.
The Browns are playing pretty good, though.
They-
Especially
yep,
the
yep.
Browns beat the brakes off of the Bengals.
Yep.
Right.
Now
Yeah,
Nick Chubb, I think, has COVID.
Oh,
So
Yeah. I better get him out of my fantasy game.
but
My fantasy
they
team
still have
last
Dearness
week, I had
Johnson.
Brady on the field. I had I had Mike Evans on the field. I had the Tampa Bay defense.
Oh,
on
you
the
didn't
field.
move anybody around?
I didn't move anybody. It was like such a clusterfuck.
Yeah, I think I can hang my hat on the fact that I beat Mother Dukes.
Oh,
Mama
good.
Dukes.
Nice.
Mama Dukes lost. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what she gets for hanging out at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
You know, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, well.
All right.
So let's go to your sweatshirt. Yes.
Let's do it. The Celts.
Are we not going to do predictions for the game? Come on.
Oh,
man.
we super can. What is Vegas saying? I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, pull it up. Adam, you want to start off then?
Oh, I'll start with my prediction. All right. So, I never pick against the Patriots, but I do think it's going to be a very close game. I will say 24-21 Pats.
They are giving the Browns got 2.5 right now.
Okay.
And
Closer than I expected, honestly.
Yep. The Browns got 2.5 right now. So that's not.
It's not just ESPN that likes the Patriots. A lot of people like the Patriots right now.
So what did you say, Adam?
24-21 Pats.
All right.
Oh my God. Holy crap. I just realized what the Browns defensive line is. Holy crap. Mac Jones is going to die.
Oh my God.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So what's your prediction?
I'm imagining him just getting sacked by Myles Garrett 8 times, but I always pick against the Patriots because the reverse jinx, that when I do that, they usually win.
Yeah.
I will say 27-24 Browns.
All right.
But yeah, I hope our O-line's been a little rough, and they've got some killers on that defense there.
That's a Nostradamus pick. All right.
Yep. OBJ has 2 touchdowns. We win 38-35.
Wow. 2 touchdowns for the Pats or for the Browns?
Yeah, he goes back to the Browns, right? Just in time. You know what? I'm actually having second thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go 38-35. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think we're going to air it out.
We haven't had a game where we've put up a ton of points just with the offense. So
because I mean,
we'll have to see.
Don't forget, everybody's thinking OBJ's gone, but they also have helped me from LSU, helped me the Browns.
Oh, Landry.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah,
no, their offense is better without Odell, like I said earlier.
Well, and if Nick Chubb is out too, though, I mean,
and their third string running back's still really good. He's probably still better than all of our running backs.
Are you kidding? Damian Harris is like
Dearness
out
Johnson,
right now.
though. He's really good too.
He's the 5th best running back in the league right now.
I'm going to go a layer deep, 38-35, and the Patriots have a fly flicker.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel a trick play this weekend. The gadget play is coming out. Yes.
What?
Yep.
The Browns offense is scary, but I think, knock on wood, our defense should hold up at least.
That wood? That sounded like Formica.
It was my desk.
Yeah.
It was my desk. I mean, they got Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's gotten like a Hail Mary and like a 70-yard touchdown in the last like 3 games. Stacks a little bit.
Did you hear the call on that? They're like, OBJ, forget it. We got because they're all DPJ. They call them.
And they've got some good tight ends too on Cleveland.
All right.
It should be a good game that I won't be able to see because I have work.
Record it. Trust me, it's not that.
Yeah,
it's not that bad. Trust me.
You can go upstairs and watch it with your grandparents later.
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't they a day late and a dollar short? Just like Cheryl. Cheryl watches them in real time. Sunday, she's focused.
Yeah, they don't know the Braves won the World Series yet. Probably.
Oh my God!
Don't tell them. I hope they don't listen to this podcast.
They still got the ticker going. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk Celtics.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, let's go.
Which has been kind of confirmed as not a true rumor, but
tell me Brad Stevens didn't laugh in the guy's face if he actually made that suggestion. Simmons for Jaylen Brown, who's the highest scorer on the Celtics right now. Give me a break.
At most, Ben Simmons is worth like Marcus Smart and Peyton Pritchard.
I would 100% get Ben Simmons for Marcus Smart. And
I'd say Peyton Pritchard and Greg Kite, actually. But yeah, sure.
I like Ben Simmons. I think I know he's a head case right now, but I don't want to
fit in our offense.
I think he absolutely would. He was the 2nd best defensive player in the league last year. He'll figure out the offense, and alongside
we don't need the offense from him.
Well, right, exactly. So if he gives us 10 points a night, that's fine. We've got Jalen and Jason.
The last thing we need is another person that's going to just chuck up random threes.
But here's the thing, though. If they make that move, and like people are saying, it would be a Jaylen Brown trade.
I would not support
never.
That. No,
please don't.
No.
Well, so that's my concern is like Ben Simmons, if we can get him some other way, like we were just joking about the Greg Kite trade, like for not JT or JB, okay. because if there's another move that's happening, is Bradley Beal's going to take place next season,
Right.
or later this season, or in 2 weeks, or 5 minutes after we stop recording, whenever that takes place, I don't want any pieces that we need for that to go away for a Ben Simmons deal.
No, I agree. I would absolutely trade Greg Kite for Ben Simmons. There's no question about it.
Get him
100%.
Get him on the phone.
Let's go.
Get him
Greg
on the
Kite.
phone.
I mean, he's got to be 800 years old by now.
Greg Kite.
Greg Kite.
Jerry, the name that we always love to throw out when we're all like, occasionally when I'm out with the Bentley boys, having a couple of cocktails is Jerry Seasting. Yeah.
Oh, right? I love Jerry Seasting. Yes.
Yeah, there's a good one. Yes.
Get him on the Hahn.
Yeah.
Let's get him over to Philly.
No, not much Odell news. The only Odell news is Bruce Arians said he doesn't want him. And there's one report saying the Pats are making a strong push in that Beckham. I mean, so Belichick wants Beckham, but that could also be complete horse crap. So.
I hope it's not. I woke up this morning. I thought for sure it would be done last night and it would be announced this morning. And I listened to the Hillman on EEI on the way in, and there was no talk of it, which was depressing. So.
Also, Bruce Arians, isn't that just the same as saying that Tom Brady doesn't want him? I mean, Bruce Arians doesn't make any decisions for that team, do they? Does he? You know that, Tim.
No.
Oh, can we? Like, we're done with football, but we're going to skate back to it.
We're going back. We're going back.
I threw out the analogy and somebody's like, that's really good. You should use that. I'm like, I will. His mic pack, which, it looks like something they should have had at the Travis Scott concert to resuscitate some bodies. That mic pack is so ridiculous. And as Rubba Shoes said over the weekend, they must have heard me because he finally had the boom down by his mouth.
Yeah.
But he's just muttering to himself. That mic pack on his chest and that whole scheme, that whole glass menagerie of him wearing the headset like he's doing something is tantamount to your children with a plastic steering wheel in the back fucking seat so they can pretend they're driving. That's all that is. It's an adult plastic steering wheel.
That's so true. I like the move too.
Terrible.
Oh, it's so true.
He's awful.
I know.
You're right. He doesn't make any decisions. I don't think it would be poo-pooed to have him down there, but at some point,
yeah.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
right?
AB, who's that? Scotty Miller. Like, they've got 4,000 people. They legitimately don't need him.
And he would be pissed because he wouldn't get any touches.
Oh yeah.
So,
he would be the fourth best player out there.
Right. Honest to God, he would for sure.
I mean, Brady could probably win with just Godwin and Mike Evans. I don't even think he needs the other cast of characters, but the fact that he has them,
he could probably win with just Antonio Brown.
Probably right.
I feel like it's weird. I feel like he low key doesn't like Mike Evans that much because I feel like he doesn't target him as much as everyone else.
That seems like conjecture.
I feel like he was clicking with him a little bit, but I agree. He doesn't. He's been really good at,
because if you compare Evans' numbers with like Winston, it's not even close, which is surprising. But
he's been all over the place, which is not a bad thing. I think
he's happy to have a ring
when he's at his best years.
Yeah, I would be too.
When Brady had his best years, he would finish a game, and you'd hear a stat that you couldn't believe because there's not enough people on the team. They're like, Brady hit 92 different receivers.
Right.
You're like, how did that even happen? Like,
That's
they moved people off the practice squad at halftime.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I forget the number, but he's hit so many guys for touchdowns. Not Jacoby Myers, but everybody else that he's played with. He's hit people for a touchdown. So, I think it's like 600 at this point that he's hit some different people in the end zone. So, Brady always distributes the ball.
If the court could record that we tried to talk about Ben Simmons and we ended back up on the page.
That tells you how boring Ben Simmons is to talk about.
Is there even much to talk about just about the Celtics other than Ben Simmons?
Well, I mean, I think the
infighting has been interesting for sure.
Well, I think the Celtics started out really rough. Obviously, that's the understatement. But they're 2 games down in Florida. I think they played really well against Dallas. I thought they played very well. It came down to
Marcus Smart choked
incredible
for
shot.
Us, though.
Well, it came down to an incredible shot, right? I mean, Luka hit that shot, and it was like, okay,
God.
well, he does it to us every time.
Dagger.
So maybe we figure out how to lock him down.
That was
but,
insane.
I think if we had come off.
Could
the
we
2
get Mac
wins-
Jones to grab his leg the next time he pulls up for a 4-pointer?
You're gonna bring us back to football again. All right, we're not talking about the Celtics.
Yeah,
For
so
the love of
Patriots
God.
play Falcons next Thursday too.
Oh, who cares? Who cares? Bring the Browns in. Let's talk about them again.
Oh,
Who's
my
gonna beat
God.
up OBJ? No.
What effect
Um,
will we have on Matt Ryan?
No, I think I would still want us to get rid of Dennis Schroder. I would give up Dennis Schroder for Ben Simmons.
That's like my dad's favorite player on the Celtics
Oh,
right now.
I
by the way.
hate Dennis
Does he
Schroeder.
have a shirt?
He needs to.
I
He
didn't ask.
should.
I don't
I'm
want to know.
shocked.
I don't want to know.
He-
I don't-
He like hates Tatum and loves Schroeder.
Said nobody ever. What?
But that's what my
I
dad
still
said.
think he's a closet Lakers fan. That's ridiculous.
1,000%.
Yes. Yeah.
He
He doesn't want to admit it, but I think
gets
he's still in the closet. with the
infuriated
Lakers.
watching Tatum. He has said on multiple occasions like that they should just bench Tatum because the team plays
What?
better. I'm not
Listen,
kidding about any of this.
I think we should
He would
fire him
defend
from
him.
Celtics talk. I don't think he should be allowed to talk about the Celtics if he thinks they should bench Tatum.
It's like genuinely, he's like they always work better, and then Tatum comes in and then they start blowing it.
Oh, rubber shoes. Come on.
Adam,
It's-
while we're here and
Yeah,
while
please.
he's not here,
Oh, let's
we
talk
have
about
to
it.
we have to engage with Little Shoes and Mother Shoes.
Yes.
For the holidays, we're gonna set up a wildlife camera in the living room, and we're just gonna observe. We're just gonna observe him in his natural
Yes!
habitat, right?
That's Instagram live worthy
The
for
croc
sure.
changes, the short
Yes.
changes,
Yeah.
It's gonna be
the
like
different shirts. Like
you're gonna have
it must-
24 hours worth of just sleeping. Like I'm not kidding. Like,
How are we not doing that at this point? Honestly, Tim. I mean,
it
honestly,
really
we
should be its own channel.
right. Honestly, we should have our separate Rubber Shoes YouTube channel.
Yeah.
oh man, I just
RSTV.
remembered something I want to talk about the Patriots.
No, we're off the Patriots. Who cares
Oh,
about the
that
Patriots?
sucks.
All right. We talked for 45 minutes about the Patriots. Let's talk about the Celtics. Come on. And so the Celtics, what do we think? The Celtics are turning a corner or no?
They'll just tread water. I feel like they'll be a team that exists. Maybe
don't
get the
think they're
fourth
gonna-
seed.
Oh, what's wrong with that? The fourth seed. That's pretty good.
And I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm like, we're just gonna kind of do what we usually do, where it's like, oh, they're kind of good, but they're not gonna win the finals.
I don't know. It would be tough to go against Golden State. I will
Bulls in
say.
5.
Oh my God.
Golden State is unreal right
Oh
now.
yeah,
Playing
and
out of
Steph-
their mind right now.
Steph did
Their-
50 and 10
their
the other
number
night.
15
Oh,
player
no.
is Gary Payton, who is insane.
What? Gary Payton
Gary Payton Jr. Yeah,
Jr.
He's, like,
Yes,
really
thank you. I was
good.
like, well, wait, what?
he's like really good, and
Gary
he's
Payton's got to be
their
100
15th
years old now.
roster
With the eyebrow.
yeah. No, that kid's he dunks insane. He's getting steals on star players. Like he's a baller.
Yeah, no,
So-
I think they're definitely at the top of the list.
Presuming that we're not going to finish great. What's the
What do you
hook
What do you
on-
mean not going to finish great? You mean like four seed or like playing game? What are you talking?
Well, if the wheels come off, if the
Okay, all
wheels
right.
come off, and Jalen and Jason and Marcus can't get on the same page, and
Yeah,
it becomes toxic,
Marcus
and it
Smart
just goes
He does a
horribly
hit stick
wrong.
block on Jason Tatum like Jokic did.
It goes
Right.
horribly wrong, and we end up in the absolute cellar.
okay.
Who do we want in the draft? Knowing that we won't get the first pick because we never do. Like we could have a
Oh, no, the
million trillion
no.
ping pong balls.
You have confidence in me to know who's going to be in the draft this year?
Yeah, I definitely don't know who's in the draft.
All right.
Who do you want in the draft?
I don't know
Throw that
who's gonna
question
be
to
in-
you. Throw that question to you, Tim.
Who do I want in the draft?
Yeah,
I don't even
He's
know.
going to
who
just
would be in
think
top
of the
prospect.
first Boston
you
College
threw out a
player.
question nobody has an answer to.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Kate Cunningham?
You're coming
Oh.
to me for college basketball.
College basketball.
I'm going to
just
going to the
started.
BC Holy Cross game Friday. Like I cheer for the whitest, Irishest, Catholicest team in the planet, right? Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna give you a run for your money with Holy Cross. Be the- Oh, I don't.
Hands to
Stuart-
God, you're right. I know that for sure. They caught me at a weak moment. They're like, so did I tell you the story about this?
I know. I haven't heard it. No.
They basically they call us and thank us for being great. And they're like, hey, so we've got basketball tickets, and obviously everyone's gonna want Duke seats. And Mr. Lindsay, you can get season tickets
Oh,
for arguably what you're gonna pay for Duke seats. And they weren't, I mean, honestly, dude, unbelievable. So I and Connie Forum's not big. So we're half court. We're on the 50-yard line, but we're way back, just like our football seats. But I got 4 seats on the 50 at Connie, 16 games. We've got season tickets. We just got our parking passes Monday because the game started Tuesday. And all the tickets are digital.
No Odell news.
And thank God. And yeah, dude, for our 4-seat season tickets, and again, we're not on the floor. We're
right.
But we're on the 50-yard line. What's your guess?
16 games for 4 seats. I'm gonna say 6.
Yeah, $650.
Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Honestly, right, dude?
That's like a swimming lesson right there.
That's right.
Well, but here's the thing: if I just tried to go on any of the ticket vendors or through BC directly for 4 seats for just a Duke game,
oh yeah, forget it.
You'd be there.
Right.
So yeah, well worth it.
Well,
So 16 games. How many games do you think you'll get to?
Not many.
What's
of the
our over under right now?
Not many
Over
of the
or
school
under
nights. We're gonna
11.5?
get to half of them.
Get to half of them? That's not
Yeah,
bad.
probably. In a couple of weeks, it was really cool. They actually moved the basketball game, but we were super excited because we were going down because I grabbed a whole bunch of hockey games we want to go to.
Oh yeah.
So we're going down mid-November. In a couple of weeks, we're going down for Maine at BC for hockey Friday night. We're staying in Boston.
Oh, nice.
Then Florida State comes into town for a noon kickoff. Well, it's supposed to be a noon kickoff. And then we were supposed to be playing an afternoon basketball game.
Oh, wow.
But they made that part of one of the tournaments. Thanksgiving, there's always the Maui.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to be actually in Daytona for that. So that got pulled off the map. But we almost had a triple header.
Wow.
Almost had a triple header.
That would have been awesome.
And God bless Janina. She's there for it. She's like, yep.
Yeah.
She got the eye blackout. She's got a plastic steering wheel pretending she's coaching. Yeah, just like Bruce. Yeah, she loves it.
Where are you staying?
We stay if you go down to 128. Everybody's like, what are they talking about? If you go down 128, right off 128 is the Marriott, actually where the opposing football teams actually usually stay.
Oh, no kidding.
So we'll be at the Marriott, and it's a good little spot. And yeah, I mean,
nice
little weekend for ourselves. We don't know if we'll get to Bed Bath and Beyond, but we'll see. We don't know if we'll have time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you never know if you're gonna have time, but if you do, you'll make it there.
And everything I just talked about with our BC basketball schedule was more important and more exciting than Ben Simmons. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is the most boring topic of all time.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if we don't get OBJ and we get Ben?
This was the most useless episode I think we've ever recorded. It's gonna be great.
Rubber shoe. I mean, little shoes. What are you talking about?
How
this is
dare
as bad
you?
as your dad saying that this fantasy league doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah, which he didn't even name his team that.
I guess that episode was a bit more pointless.
Yeah. Episode 31 and done. Well, yeah. All right. So there. I'm gonna put a cap on it. I'll let everybody go play with their families. And we thank you for checking us out. We thank you for sharing the content. We should thank you for commenting. You can go to atbshow.com. You can check out Rubba Shoes tomorrow, which I'm sure he will put in his 4 cents. What I love is when Rubba Shoes isn't on the episode and then he watches the microfiche and then we all get liner notes of he fact checks us.
Oh, 100%.
1,000%. Yeah.
I love this is a typical night, right? So he'll go after the show is done and it's uploaded to YouTube and the podcast. He'll listen to it on Spotify. Then he'll throw it on his TV and be like, well, the Spotify was okay, but the audio was a little off on the TV. And Tim, you got to turn up your mic a little bit. And, little shoes, I don't like this talk about OBJ. And, we'll get a whole list.
I'll be getting a ride to work at 7 a.m. and I get in the car and I start hearing Adam's. No, I just start, the podcast is playing on the aux and I'm hearing my own voice. I'm like, yes, it's early for this.
Of course it is. Yes.
What now? So he's gonna be,
and your dad's gonna be like, could have spent some more time on Dennis Schroder. Yeah.
Too much Ben Simmons, not enough Dennis Schroder.
Oh my God, you can't make this up.
Rubber Shoes Wrap Up and Rant has got to be on its 200th episode by now, right?
1,000%.
Oh, yep. Yeah,
has to be.
I don't know where we're at, but Rubber Shoes. That's what I want. Now, I'm sure you're listening. Rubber Shoes, I want to know what number you're on next time.
Start
tomorrow morning.
The episode.
He should
go back and count.
Yeah.
And he will. He will. Because he's going to want a cake.
Yeah.
He should like write every
We're celebrating
episode
episode 300
down in a notebook, and then next to it with like each like biggest headline.
Yeah.
It's like on this date, episode 27, Odell went to the Patriots.
Wait a minute, I'm sure we're past some monumental number, so we'll have to wait till like the 1,000th episode or something.
Yeah.
But and Little Shoes will know what I'm talking about. Absolutely know what I'm talking about. Rubba Shoes gets all of the family's birthday cakes from.
Wait, what?
Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
Where do you get the birthday cakes from? You don't know where he gets birthday cakes?
I mean, it's different sometimes.
It's not though.
Sometimes it's Lakash's, but
Oh, your father, I swear to God, your dad had his bakery that he always goes to for.
what is it? Can you say it and help me?
No, there was a place in Chelmsford.
Because if you're talking about like Yum Yum Shop, that closed like 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I think you're thinking about that one because that was our
Jerry
go-to.
Seasting owns that now.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that place is gone. If you're thinking of like a place from a while ago,
Which is really funny that you say that because I was thinking, yes, that's the name that I was thinking.
Yum
There used
Yum
to be a
Shop.
place on Alpine Lane 1,000 years ago, which I feel like might have been the same name. And now in Wolfboro up in New Hampshire, there's a Yum Yum Shop, which is where my companies get pies for Pie Day, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. Yeah. It's 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It really is.
Really?
So anyway,
Yeah.
we'll get your dad a cake for his 1,000th episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
got
gonna
to.
need to. I didn't.
He has
I
to go
thought
to
they were
noon
gone
rate all the
forever.
episodes now, which is going to be a full day's
R.I.P.
work. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Virus
Something
and
to do
threat
while he's at the
protection,
firehouse.
Oh
Sorry, I
my
was reading
God.
antivirus stuff.
Burgers and tots and
Oh.
episodes. Yes.
And numbered
Wow.
episodes.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. It's
Please, yeah, we're
episode
definitely
31
going.
and done. Thanks for joining us. Please share the content. Please comment.
Oh.
You can go to atbshow.com.
Sorry for this, guys. Really,
if you
we
find us
apologize
on
now.
Instagram, God help you. The link tree is there. For
Let me do
all the
one last
socials.
Odell check before you leave.
Oh my
one
God.
last,
You
one
love
last,
to talk about
one
over
last.
talk over.
I don't
Timmy.
want. I just
You
don't want
love
it to happen to us
talk over
again.
him. What is
I-
happening?
It's
He's
gonna.
trying to end the episode, and you're like, "Hold on a second, I gotta
He
get some virus
refuses.
news."
He refuses.
And then he complain. Then Rubber Shoes will complain about how
He's
long it was.
actually texting Little Heels right now.
Yeah.
Like, thank God they're done talking.
These idiots won't shut up, so
Yeah,
I can talk.
Yeah.
No news. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
We
thank
love
God.
You'll have to watch
Thank-
the wrap up tomorrow.
Thank you for the non-update update. Hashtag it was a good win.